Hey guys, so I wanted to make a stream about something that I came across on Facebook today. So I have a Facebook. I'm a total lurker. I don't have my profile picture on there or anything like that, just being anonymous. And there was this one woman who I have added on Facebook. She's about, I would say about 50 years old, and she has a lot of friends online, it seems, and she seems like she has a very kind heart. But one of the things that kind of stood out to me is she always talks about her being lonely or her getting rejected. And I'm gonna be honest with you, she doesn't look like a looker. And I know this sounds really harsh for me to say it, but the thing is that based on the way she looks like she doesn't really take care of herself too much. Like her hair looks like it's very it's not flattering to her. So for instance, like if someone wears a really really tight ponytail, it can make their face look really wide. That's why you don't see me wear really tight ponytails. It just doesn't complement my face shape. So for this woman, it's combination of her unflattering hairstyle, combination that she doesn't like the way she dresses is kind of frumpy. She doesn't have she would not be considered like aesthetic. I hate to put it that way, but it's true. Like a lot of like middle-aged women that you would see walking around, kind of like thick on the waist. It's just like that's how life is. I know so many women who look like that. And it's not a bad thing. When people get older, they have different priorities, right? They're not always thinking about working out. They're not thinking about looking good all the time. They're focused on their family. They're focused on other things. And it's not just, oh, let me make sure I have like a really tiny waist or make sure that I always wear flattering clothes. So she leads with her personality, it seems, and it seems that she either got rejected again or she's just giving up. And it saddens me so much because I think that she has taken off her rejections and saying, nobody loves me, I'm not good enough. And instead of like doing something proactively about it or just like take a step back and say, well, why don't people like me? Is it because of how I look? Is there a way that I can dress better? Or is it because of the way that I carry myself? I've never seen this woman in person. I don't know her. I've never spoken to her. But I'm really just a lurker. So it's easy for her, I'm imagining, to just kind of internalize all that rejection and then just give up on herself. And that's really not the way to do it. I think that, and I know I might be getting some shit about this, but I think men are very visual creatures. And when I say this, it's like I know males that they are very highly focused on aesthetics and yeah, so it's all about the whole what are the shape of the body, what are the assets that the woman has, what are the size of her breast, or what are the size of her butt, or what's it's like, or how aesthetic does her face look, or how perfect does she look all around. And it's just the way things are. Like usually when I talk about, usually when, because most of the people that I know, that I speak to in person, back in Hawaii, were males. It's like they would tell me about a chick, and then it would just be about how she looks like. Really, it wouldn't be really much focus on what kind of character it would be. It would just be like, oh yeah, she looks great, or I think she looks hot, and it's like, okay. Anything else in that? How does she make you feel, kind of thing. So I am erring on the side, and this is just from my personal experience, that looks matter a fucking lot. And it's a tough thing to say. I think that also you will find that there will be guys out there who will just say, and I like I said, I know this because I have met a few of these guys back in Hawaii. These guys are single, right? Never had a girlfriend, but the reason why they don't really put themselves out there to get a girlfriend is because they're only attracted to really beautiful women. And when I talk about really beautiful women, I'm talking like 8, 9 out of 10. And then the guy himself looks like a 4 out of 10. Like, he does not take care of himself, but he has these really high standards. And it becomes a very sensitive thing to say, because you know, you're not supposed to tell a guy like, hey, you're reaching outside of your, you know, you're reaching a little too high. Like, as much as people might think, oh, you know, I want to date a person who looks really, really hot, like a person who looks like a Hollywood celebrity, like let's say a Megan Fox, right? You got to ask yourself, like, is that really realistic? Like, if I was a guy and if I was only interested in women who look like Megan Fox, like, I would be kind of shooting myself in the foot, especially if I didn't have, you know, if I didn't stand out. Like, you know, what would a woman of that kind of caliber be interested in me? So, yeah. So, and then it gets, and then afterwards, like, some of these guys, they get, you know, they're only attracted to the really hot women. They get rejected by the super hot women. And then they say, oh yeah, I give up on life, 'cause, you know, yeah, I just don't have any luck with them. And then you try to tell them, hey, go for this chick instead. This chick is single. I think she is cute. No, 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 I'm not interested in her. She's not hot enough, Erica. So it kind of makes me kind of pissed off sometimes, or a little aggravated. But again, I just believe that this is how you know, some males are. They have a very high aesthetic. And I think part of it comes from like that whole Instagram culture. You know, when you're surrounded by women who always look so fucking perfect, right? And let's say you mostly stay at home, right? You just see this and you're like, man, I want a girl who always like looks like she walks around in a bikini, or dang, yeah, I want a chick like that. Yeah, I don't want this normal looking chick. I want the hottie. Yeah, that's what I want. So, for this woman, I think that it's just like things are getting to her, and I think her age is getting underneath her skin. I think her looks are getting underneath her skin. The rejection is getting under her skin, and I really wish and hope that she pushes forward. But my thinking is that she most likely won't. It's harder to change the way you are, right? Then it's I mean, like, it's easier to just accept yourself as possibly being a loser in this situation than actively doing something about it. But then I also, you know, you also have to think, right, for a woman like this, based on her age, based on, you know, her lifestyle, I'm sure, you know, if she, I'm sure she's pretty set in her ways. It might be hard for her to, let's say, change her diet, or want to change her clothing, or, you know, change her hairstyle and just do something a little bit more flattering. And it's really a big effort. I don't want anybody to think that this is something that, you know, if someone wants to undergo like a makeover or lose some weight, it's like super easy, because that's not the case. So, basically, this is like one of those things that, for this woman, I hope that she's just keenly aware of, you know, instead of defaulting and beating herself up, she really has to she has to value herself a lot more. I really don't want her to think that she is, you know, not good enough, because she is good enough. You know, I believe that, and this is my thinking, right? I don't know her, but I like to think that she sees value in herself. But the reason why she doesn't see value in herself right now is because she's trying to seek that validation from another person, which is a person that she's interested in. And it's because she's getting rejected, that's why she's suddenly thinking that she's not good enough. And I know this goes for, you know, both sides. You know, I'm sure men have gotten rejected a bunch of times by women, and women have gotten, you know, women who have crushed on guys have gotten rejected as well. And, yeah, it's just like, for this woman, she really needs to cut her losses and say, you know what, if I'm not good enough for this guy, then I don't want his ass anyway. And I'm gonna work on myself, and I'm gonna be better. And if a guy says that's still not good enough, then he can, you know, kiss my ass, kind of thing. Because, you know, it's like, you see some of those women that improve themselves, like, let's say the women who are, let's say they're 200 pounds, right? And they're dieting and they're trying to improve themselves. And then all of a sudden, their husband their husband meets this like 25-year-old chick with this tiny little waist, and then the husband leaves her, right? So like having those kind of situations, it can really derail a woman who's working on herself. And you know, I'm sure it's really painful. I've known people who have gotten cheated on, you know, women who have been in long time marriages and gotten left for a much younger woman, and it's very damaging on the psyche. And then I see them afterwards, and it looks like they fell off a cliff, kind of thing. Like they just go through this like whole mental breakdown. But thankfully, these women have gotten back up, and it's like that's a really important thing. Like if you get knocked down, you got to get back up 100%. So those women, even though their husbands left them for a much younger woman or fitter woman, or you know, a woman who had the tiny waist while they were trying to work on losing weight themselves, those women never lost value of themselves. And you know, they do look really good, in my opinion. Now, do they look as tiny or as hot as the 25-year-old? To be honest with you, no. When you have a sizable age difference, right? And I know some people criticize me for this, but I see that, you know, and I recognize that a lot of guys are attracted to younger women. I think that in our society, it's very highly prized to be with a woman who is in her early 20s or mid 20s. And if a woman is with a like if a guy is with a younger woman, then it's seen like he really has like the power, or he really has game, because he can get a more attractive woman. Not only just more attractive, but also significantly younger, right? It's like yeah, it's like a young woman like that should be with a guy probably around her age, like a jock or something like that. People might be thinking, or you know, 25-year-old date another 25-year-old guy. But if a like 55-year-old guy or something pulls a 25-year-old, then they think like, oh man, look at that guy. He's you know, he's with a much younger, hotter chick, and he's probably, you know, usually, right, people say it's because the guy is loaded. And to be honest with you, whenever I see these kind of like huge age differences, yeah, usually the guy is pretty freaking loaded. Just you know, so yeah. Anyway, so I don't want to get off of too off tangent, but yeah, yeah. So you know, it's like, yeah, it's just like for this woman, like I said, she's significant. She's like about, I would say like mid 50s, maybe 60 years old. And I feel so bad for her because, like, yeah, if love isn't in her cards, for like the next couple years. And I think, you know, I really do think that there is a guy out there for this woman. She can go out dating, you know, she can get her hair done, you know, stop messing around with that freaking tight ponytail. Again, that hairstyle is not flattering to her at all. 100% not flattering. Very few women can pull off like a skin tight, you know, super how would I say, like super tight ponytail look. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, it's not even like this. It looks like, yeah, it's not like chic like this. It's let me find it. Yeah, it's something like this. Something like this. Like it just looks like, you look at it and you're like, ow, that does not look good. It just looks kind of painful. Or like something like this, you know? It's just like Selena Gomez is such a beautiful woman. I don't think this style flatters her face much. Like it makes her head look really big. So I don't go with this hairstyle. Like my face looks kind of strange like this. And again, you know, it just doesn't flatter. So that's what I'm trying to get at. That like she needs to get a better hairstyle. She needs to, in my opinion, you know, she needs to see the value in herself. If she feels insecure about herself, like she thinks she looks frumpy, then get other clothes. They have, you know, there's a wonderful thing, and I'm gonna share this with you guys. They're called I think they're called shape dresses. Okay, here we go. Look at this. So there's this thing called Spanx. I don't wear it. I don't see the benefit of it because I'm kind of like a twig. But I've heard like some women, they wear this stuff and it gives them some amazing curves. Like if you're kind of jiggly, you wear this thing underneath your dress and you look nice and toned, and you're not, yeah, you're not jiggly all over the place. So I've heard really wonderful things about this. It's called shapewear. See that? Shapewear. It gives you that nice, like, ooh, kind of crease. And then there's also things called, what's it called? It's called like, I forgot what it's called. It's called like, slimming geometric dress. Yeah, let's find it. Okay, so there's also optical illusions you can do. Britney Spears does this as well. So you see this thing? You see how this like geometric shape over here goes? It will make your waist look thinner because you see how it kind of tapers in? You see this one geometric dress? That little part, it hits right at the waist for a reason. It's going to make you, like I said, it's going to make you slimmer. And if you look at Britney Spears clothing, let me find it over here. Okay, so you can see she tries to do this whole cutout thing where it makes her look skinnier. Because she used to have a really tiny waist, and then her waist looks not so tiny-ish anymore. I don't know what happened. So she relies on clothing to achieve the same effect. She also had, let me find this. There was her, oh my goodness, where is it? This music video was really good. Okay, so see, she always likes doing these kind of these kind of triangles. You see? So it makes her waist look thinner. See? See this? The V? See the V? Yeah, so I shouldn't be telling you guys this, but because I know most of you are males watching this, but if you're a woman out there, or if you know a woman who's insecure about her waistline and it's not looking so thin, go with the little V's, go with the little triangles, and it's gonna make your waist look so much better. And I may or may not have that in mind when I pick some of my clothing styles. But yeah, some women, it's just like you don't have the natural curve. Like she, this is not a good picture of her, but she has access to trainers and she cannot get that really slim waist, and not like that really shapely, curvaceous waist. And she also had, I think, 2 kids. And I know having kids can change your body shape a little on the waist. And, it's like a natural state of life, right? You roll with what you got. If you can't get that skinny waist that you used to have, just rely on clothing to provide that kind of optical illusion. So she does, let's see what else she sees. She has these little things over here. I don't think that's very slimming to me. I kind of think that she should not wear a lot of halters. I think like these halter tops, they're not very flattering. It makes her just look, I don't know. I just don't like halter tops on a lot of women. It just looks very strange. So, yeah, so let's see. And then if you feel like you have like a little pooch, you can always go high-waisted. See this? High-waisted. I know most women won't be wearing that kind of stuff on the street for sure, but just sharing this kind of stuff with you guys. If you're worried that you look a little short and stumpy, wear high heels. High heels do wonders to elongate the leg. It makes your legs look a lot nicer. See that? So that's what's great about high heels. I'm a big fan of high heels. I don't really wear them much. You won't see me wear high heels because they're not practical. But they do have a really nice like leg lengthening effect. And for a person like me who has only like a 28-inch inseam, my legs are kind of short and stubbly. I'm like 5'4.5". So I kind of feel like, oh, I wish my legs were a little longer, and that's why I just do the whole high heel thing. It's like, hey, if I want a little height, do a high heel. Yay, my legs got a little longer. Yay. And that makes me feel good. So again, for this woman, she should not think that she's not good enough. She needs to refocus and think, okay, whatever I am insecure about, whatever, I feel I might be lacking on, I need to work on it. If she doesn't feel like she's if she feels like she is a little I don't know if she's like a little overweight or she can lose a few pounds, then do it. She is, in my opinion, I think she needs to think of her as a prize. She needs to think of herself like a little jewel that needs to get polished, because for dating, it can be very, very it can be very tough. Like I said, if you're a woman, and this is, like I said, this is just my opinion. If you are a woman and you're going out there in the dating scene, when you are, let's say, especially if you're like mid 50s or so, it's really tough to compete with, 25-year-old or a 20-year-old, or a skinny, busty young thing. And again, if a guy is just into a skinny, busty young thing, and let's say you're interested in a 50-year-old guy and you're 52, you're 50 as well, and he's like, I'm not interested in you, I want a young, hot chick, then just, you got to be okay with it. Because here's the underlying thing. If a person if a person makes it up front and they say, you're too old for me, even if you're the same age as me, even if you're maybe like 1 or 2 years older or 1 or 2 years younger, you're too old for me, so I'm not interested in you, then that, in my opinion, is a warning sign. Because let's put it this way. Some people really like younger women, in my opinion, because if you have two people around the same age, right, they're going to be aging around the same rate. And who wants to be with a woman, who wants to be with a person that they might have to change your diapers out on, right? If you're a 50-year-old guy and you're dating a 25-year-old, right, assuming she sticks around, right, she's going to be changing your diapers before you change her diapers. So that's the way I think about it. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, maybe these guys are interested in younger women because of that. Yeah, geriatric care. You don't have to worry about really much geriatric care on a woman unless something happens. But chances are, if you're dating a woman simply because she's younger, she's more youthful, or she's hotter or fitter, you're most likely not going to stick around when she loses her youth anyway, or she gains like a little weight. So, yeah, I think that this woman, if she got dumped by a guy because he's like, you're not aesthetic for me, or you're too old for me, then she could have just dodged a bullet. And I really hope that she finds a guy that makes her happy, and she feels like she doesn't tie in her self-worth to a person. Okay. I think it's very dangerous, and I've seen this with other people, where they get into these relationships and then they put all their self-worth into the other person, and then it's like, if they criticize themselves, they're like, oh yeah, well, this person, does this person think that it can do better? Oh, maybe I'm getting too old. Oh, maybe I'm getting too fat. Oh crap, oh man, I gained like 2 pounds. Oh, they noticed I gained 2 pounds. They think I'm too tubby. Like that kind of stuff. That's really kind of like walking on eggshells. Just being honest here. Like, and I know there are some people out there that just have like high demands. Like if a woman gains, let's say, 5 pounds, someone might be like, man, look at this chick, she's letting herself go, she gained 5 pounds, look at that, she's gonna be a freaking Michelin tire man tomorrow, gosh. And like that kind of stuff, like it makes me sad when people are in relationships like that, where they scrutinize their weight in a unhealthy manner. I think that, of course, aging is a natural process. If a person gains like 5 pounds or 10 pounds, and, encourage them to do healthy things, but never ever like say really hurtful things like, like call them a pig, or, call them as like a fat ass or something, when like, yeah. So, yeah. And it's like, even like sometimes like when I see certain women, I think they're perfectly fine. I look at their weight and I think like, oh wow, they're a healthy weight. And then when you look at the comment sections for some of these women, people will say like, oh wow, she's really fat. Damn, look, she looks like she's obese. And I'm like, what do you mean she looks like she's obese? This woman is not anywhere near close to obese. So, I feel bad for those people who write those comments. I mean, like, geez, can you imagine dating a person who like looks at a woman who's maybe, I don't know, 15 pounds heavier than me, and says, wow, look at that land whale over there. Wow, what a fat ass. Oh, she's gonna die alone. She's so fat. And like, that's so unhealthy. That's really unhealthy. So anyway, yeah, so this woman, in my opinion, needs to stop chasing after guys. She needs to focus on herself, which should be her first love. Right? You gotta love yourself. You gotta see the worth in yourself. And if you rely on another person to see the worth in you when you don't see it in yourself, you're going to be setting yourself up for failure. And again, I know most of you who are watching this are guys, but I think women are very fragile, very, very fragile creatures. And it saddens me when I see women just talking down to themselves, saying this kind of stuff like, nobody loves me, I'm not good enough, I'm giving up on my life. Yeah. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to read chat, and I know that this is... Let's see what my thing is. Yeah, it's a 26-minute video. So I'm going to read chat. If you want to click away, you can. But yeah, I'm probably going to get off tangents right now. Okay, so let's see here. So Jim says, do you know what guys think when they see an older woman or an older guy with a younger woman? Midlife crisis. Pursue a hot... Okay, here's the other thing too, right? Like, if you see the opposite, right? If you see like a older woman with a really hot guy, you're gonna assume that she's loaded. So for instance, right? Let's look at Britney Spears and her... Britney Spears' boyfriend. His name is like Sam Asghari or something like that. See this guy? Like, this guy looks aesthetic. And let's just pretend these people weren't famous. I mean, she is way more famous than him, right? She you know, if you look at these two, you'd be like, man, she must be loaded, because this guy looks like he's top tier. I mean, he just looks great all around, and she doesn't look as great as he does. Just being honest here. Like, this eye makeup does not do her any favors. I don't know what it is about Britney Spears. Like, I feel like she has some freaking terrible stylists. Like, come on, this looks like a hairstyle I did on myself. And she pays top dollar for these stylists, right? Like, see, she looks great here. See, she looks great here, in my opinion. Like, the eye makeup's still a little heavy, but at least her hair looks much, much better. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're with, oh, here we go. See, like, look at this guy. Look. Yeah, so you would think that she's loaded if she's right next to this guy, and she is loaded. So that's the opposite thing. No, no. It's like, I just look at Britney Spears, and I wish the best for Britney. I grew up listening to Britney, but I just kind of like look at her and I'm like, dude, who's trying to do her dirty with the makeup and the hair? Like, come on, man. Like, this kind of stuff. Like, oh lordy, Britney, please do not wear this halter top. Like, this does not look flattering to you. Like, where's some of that V stuff I was telling you about earlier? It's just like, yeah. See, she looks great like this, see? I think she looks great like this. I mean, I think she looks super cute like that. But something like this, only a small percentage of women can pull off wearing a midriff top like that. Very small percentage. Most early 20s, I cannot see pulling that stuff out. And it's just kind of like, see this? See, like, Britney, come on now, cover. You know, we know you exercise, but like, this top looks way too like billowy, and it's not complementing your shape. Like, if she wore something that was like skin tight, like a tube top or something, I think that would be more flattering than this kind of thing that looks like it comes from, you know, the bed skirt that you see, the stuff. Okay, let me show you guys. In case you guys are not familiar with the bed skirt, let me show you this. Like this stuff. See, this is the stuff that you put underneath your bed. You put it on the bed so that way people can't see what the hell's underneath it. And it looks a little bit more refined. Come on. See? See this stuff? That's what I think like when I see this. It just like, no, Brittany, no, no, no. Yeah, see, you can see this bed skirt over here. Just, and she, you know, she's rich too. So I know she can get clothes with like a little bit more fabric. You see, she looks wonderful. Like something like this. Holy crap, Britney Spears, like the makeup looks a little heavy. The eyebrow looks a little wonky in my opinion. But I mean, she just looks amazing in this like crystallized dress. Just, I just don't know. Like some people are just doing her dirty. And it's like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Let's this. Yeah, see something like this. Like her hair looks great. Her hair looks like it has volume. It looks like it just looks like it's so styled. Even her dress is not revealing, but it has like such a nice. It just is so flattering to her shape. So I hope that like people don't think like if you're a woman you got to show off all the assets because yeah, sometimes I really think less is more. You can be really sexy and not show off your midriff. See like this? Like what would I prefer to see? Would I prefer to see this look or would I prefer to see this look? 100%. I would rather see this look. You don't show the midriff. It just is so flattering. She looks well put together. She looks radiant to me. She looks a little tired around the eyes. Like I think the eye makeup is just a little dark, but I don't know. She needs to get a better makeup person. Yeah, I'm not really liking these like what the hell is this? Like I said, it looks like I did her hair. Looks like I'm doing that hairstyle. Yeah, so when she looks a little bit more professional, she looks a lot better. I don't know what's up with those eyebrows. Those eyebrows look not so good. And she's a beautiful woman, so I know it's not like she's a lost cause for a stylist. Definitely not. She just has a shitty makeup artist, in my opinion. See something like this, like her hair looks nice, and it just looks like her brows look better, her hair looks better. So having a stylist or having someone who can actually do makeup and hair makes a big difference. Yeah. So. Jim says if you're a female with a bad face, big or cleavage, you know that's what they call. They call that. What do they call that? They call that Yeah, that's like something I see on the internet. They say yeah, if you don't have a very aesthetic face, then you got to make sure you have a banging body. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, like I'm just saying, like she should wear something that flatters her shape because, like women's bodies change, and a lot of women cannot pull off certain looks. They just like something like this. See this, like this little short thing with this little flouncy top. Yeah, if she had like longer pants or something, she'd look much better. It's yeah. I just like think that how would I put it this way? Like, I just think that she should just get more flattering clothes. Not saying her body looks like crap. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that it's like as people get older, right? Your body shape changes, and it's important to just kind of know that even if you could have pulled that style off, let's say a couple years ago, you gotta make sure that whatever you wear flatters your body shape. Oh, I remember this picture. Oh, look at that. It's Britney and just. I grew up in the 90s, so. 2002. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I really do believe in, I really hope I know some people talk about free Britney. I do hope that her conservatorship is lifted. I mean, there's some really shady stuff that's going on with that thing. Did you know she gets like, I think she, for doing world tours and things like that, I think she's only allowed to, she's only paid like $52,000 a year. Yeah, like her estate and her dad control the rest of the money. So I've heard that her fortune has dwindled down a lot because there's been a lot of mismanagement about her funds, and that's really, really terrible. There's definitely something fishy going on with that, and I hope that she is able to either manage her own fund, or better yet, like she said, she wants to get another conservator up there. Oh, look at this. He wants to be a young dad. I don't know about this guy. Like, I don't know too much about him, but I hope he doesn't turn out kind of like, I hope he doesn't just use her for her money, because I think she's a really sensitive person. That's just my guess about it, and yeah, I just hope she doesn't have any hanger-ons on here. Oh, he's 27 years old. He's an actor and model. Dang, 27? How old is Britney Spears? Britney Spears is 39, so 12 years difference, right? Yeah, 12 years difference. Dang. Well, I can definitely say he looks a lot more fresh-faced than she does. Just because, he is 12 years younger, and he does care more about his style way more than Britney does. Just being honest here. Like, I've never seen this guy. Like, I've seen this guy on, like, some pictures, and he never looks like he's wearing clothes that don't complement his shape. Yeah. Free Britney is basically she is under conservatorship. Let me show you guys this. Britney Spears' salary, she makes, wait, what's her allowance? Yeah, so it's something crazy because so her dad gets paid $128,000 a year just to be her conservator, and then the lawyers got paid $1.2 million, and Britney was making a lot less money. Okay, here we go. She has an allowance for $1,500 a week for bills, shopping, and essentials. Yeah, so even though she makes so much money, she only gets $78,000 to spend, and she's worth $59 million, and this is a permanent conservatorship. That's the worst thing too. So she got paid like, I think, what did they say? She got paid like $15 million or something for X Factor. She can't even touch that money. It's not like she can just go out and buy a house if she wanted to. It sounds like it has to be accepted by the conservatorship, like, which is her dad, and her dad is not, in my opinion, not a really legit guy. I think there's something very shady. Like, she wanted her conservatorship transferred over to her mom instead of the dad, and then the judge denied it. And then she also asked, can you just have like someone else do it, like a third party, not the dad? And I think that one got denied as well. Freaking sucks. Yeah, so what happened was that she had her 2007 breakdown, right? You remember how she attacked the paparazzi? Let me show you guys this. I don't really like seeing this because I think she was in a really dark place. But after this thing, after she shaved her head and after she attacked the paparazzi, and I can understand why she did it. Like, she probably got pissed off because she's getting followed left and right, and she just, she was feeling sad. and she just needed to explode. Like, that's the sad thing about like being a celebrity. People might say like, oh, they make so much money and they should be living in the lap of luxury. They get followed, they get harassed by people, they never have privacy, they can't even go to a grocery store without people like gawking at them, or without pictures being taken, sort of thing, it sounds like. So when she had that episode happen, right? The judge came in and they said, okay, we're gonna have you go under conservatorship, and your dad's gonna be in charge of it. And wow, look at this. Britney Spears' dad claims that she was worth just $3 million when he took over in 2008. What the hell? Britney Spears has been around since 1999. So now he claims her net worth is to 70 million. How the hell is Britney Spears only worth $70 million? She's like all over the place, going on tours. I think yeah, let's see here. So she went on to claim that Britney Spears only had 2.8 million in the bank when her father established a conservatorship under the guidance. Now she's worth 70 million. And then yeah, let's see here. I don't know. It's just like I think her money's going out, and I don't know where the hell the money's all going to. That's the weird thing. Like, you don't see her, like, or at least like it doesn't come off that she's like spending, right? But it's gone. It's like a lot of the money would just, I can't believe that she only had $2.8 million in 2008. Was she spending that much money? Who knows? Is that really true? Who knows? But I don't know. There's something really shady with the dad. And you guys can look at the Free Britney things. There's also a documentary, I think on Netflix, about Britney Spears. I can't remember what the name of it is. I never watched it. Oh, Framing Britney Spears. Is that it? Oh, it's on Hulu. My bad. So yeah, I can't remember exactly what all the things about Britney, but I remember when I saw it, I thought, man, that is so sad. She must feel like a little bird trapped in a cage. So she hasn't been able to live her own life for 13 years. So all her spending, even if she goes to Starbucks and gets a coffee, that receipt needs to be handed over, basically, to the conservatorship, because they log all her expenses. I don't know. I don't know how much she pays K-Fed. Let's check. No, I mean, like, the kids were, I think, when did she have her kid? Britney Spears' son. She had the kid in, what, 2006, maybe? 2000... I forgot which one she had first. 2005, okay, so she had one kid in 2005, and she had another kid in 2006. Oh, so my memory's not that bad off. So, yeah, like, child support is not going to run her that dry, that quickly. Look at that. Last year, he requested in 2019, he wanted Britney Spears to pay him $60,000 a month in child support since he did not make enough money to like, fund the children. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, $60,000. What the hell? Why do two kids need $60,000 a month in child support? Look, Even if you put them in school, right? Private school education doesn't cost that much per month, right? Maybe it's like, I don't know, $25,000 a year, right? You're looking at 2,000. No, even if you go to the procedure, let's say $3,000 a month. Okay, let's say two kids, $6,000 a month. That still doesn't explain why he needs that extra $54,000 a month. What the hell is the kids do? I don't understand like some of this, how these amounts come out to be. $60,000 a month, $30,000 a month per kid. What are the kids eating? I mean, you can just hire some person for like $2,000 a month to act as a security guard or something. You know, or just have them come around when or just pay someone like $3,000 a month to act as security guard for two kids. So let's see. Let's say we have the kid go to private school. Let's say it's a top tier private school or something. Actually, it'll be $4,000 a month, I think, for some of these top tier ones. $8,000 a month. Then you get a personal bodyguard / driver. Then you're looking at $11,000 a month. Actually, let's $1,000 a month. And I'm still not getting where the $60,000 came from. Oh. Britney Spears to pay $110,000. Oh my gosh. Oh, so look at this. So in addition to paying for their tuition and clothing expenses, okay, Britney is required to pay Federline $35,000 a month in child support. So he claimed that as the boys grew, so did their financial needs. So it used to be $20,000, but now because they're older, now they're 14, 15 years old, they need an extra $7,000 each for their financial needs. Yeah. So anyway, so you hear about the whole Britney Spears thing. You understand why I'm a little worried about her when you hear about her boyfriend who says like, oh, he wants to be a young dad. Like, of course he wants to be a young dad. He might be able to get $20,000 a month for his kid that he has with Britney if it doesn't work out. That's $400,000 a year just raising one kid. That is a hefty size of money for one kid. Like, gosh, jeez. So, let's see here. I know she made mistakes, but I don't understand like the whole child support thing. Who was the other person who had like a bunch of kids and he was like screwed over because of the child support payments? Oh, there's like a whole bunch of them, but I can't. And there's one in particular that stood out to me. Hold on, let me see. Not Future. Oh, at one point DMX owned over $1 million in back child support. Oh my goodness. See, T.I. only has to pay $3,000 to $5,000 a month for his child support payment. So, but Britney, her kid needs what, $35,000, $17,000 a month outside of tuition and whatnot. It's just crazy. K-Fed must be so happy. He must be like he must feel like he lucked out. I think maybe one of his biggest regrets was not having more kids with her. I know that sounds so cynical for me to say, but seriously, I mean, think about it. You think he's really spending that, $35,000 on two kids in a month? Hell no, he's pocketing a whole bunch of them. Let's see here. K-Fed. Remember K-Fed? I remember he made some songs like Papa Zao or something like that. Or Lose Control. Make you wanna lose control. You remember that song? That was not a very bad song. I mean, like, it kind of stuck in my head, and now it kind of sticks in my head now, too. But yeah, see? Oh, look at Britney. This is when she was pregnant. She actually looked happy with this guy. I really hoped it would work out, but yeah, it didn't. It didn't. And now she has to pay him $35,000 a month for child support. Ugh, for 2 kids. Yep. But they did look like a very beautiful couple together, in my opinion. Not as good as Justin and Britney. I will always be Team Justin and Britney, but they didn't look that bad. Um, she really liked him. She really did. Yeah, but you know what the thing, what the flaw is, Monacan? Like, okay, you say child support is one of the ways women have been exploiting men from ages ago. Do you know how many people, like, maybe they have a kid with someone and then the dad just doesn't pay child support? I've known a bunch of cases like that. Where the parents get separated and then the mom can't get child support from the dad and then she has to raise the kids up for herself. And here's my other thing that I'm really gonna be like criticizing on. I remember I saw this one guy, okay, uh father of 30 kids or something. It was in the United States. See, this guy fathered 30 kids with 11 different women. Isn't that insane? Like, I don't know, you're saying how, like, women like to get impregnated guys, so it's like, it's like a money bag. Look, if you have 30 kids with 11 different women, and this guy is not a billionaire or multi-millionaire, these women are not getting all these child support payments from this one guy. Like, I won't be surprised if his wages are getting garnished. But look at this. Look at this. Man who fathered 30 kids says he needs a break on child support payments. And this is a pretty old article. See, 2012. I remember reading this and I was like shocked. So he's only 33. Look at this. 33 years old. He's 1 year older than me. 1 year older. And he's already knocked up 11 different women. To be honest with you guys, though, like, it's much easier. Like, I imagine it's easier for a guy to knock up a whole bunch of women because, yeah, it's like he can just sleep around. You got things like Tinder or Bumble or whatever those websites are, and then just meet with random women and have a bunch of kids. And, yeah. So, yeah, look at this. The state already garnishes half his paycheck and divides it up, which doesn't amount to much when Hatchet is only making minimum wage. Some of the moms receive as little as $149 a month. Did you hear that? $149. So money, like, think about it. Think about it. Yes, get knocked up so you can collect that $149 a month in child support. I don't understand it. Like, I'm gonna like give so much shit to these women. I don't understand. Like, if these women knew that this guy had a whole bunch of kids, why are they having kids with them? Seriously. Like, what is it about this guy that makes him say, like, man, I want to be baby mama number 10. Oh, I want to have his 28th and 29th and 30th kid. I don't get it. I don't get it. So he said he had 4 kids in this in the same year twice. So he ended up with 8 kids. Okay. So you end up with 8 kids. What makes up for the additional 22 kids? So back in 2009, he had 21 kids. And then he said he wasn't going to father any more kids, but then he ended up having 9 more in the past 3 years. The state cannot order Hatchet to stop making babies. He hasn't broken any laws, according to the report. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I mean, like, he is not, in my opinion, I don't see what is so mesmerizing about this guy. Like, if this guy looked like Usher, like, I could understand why people would want to have, like, be one of maybe the 30, one of the 11 women, but this guy? Really? Who knows? Who knows what it is? And then you also know that he has, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Let's look him up. Let's see if I can find anything more about him. Does he have 33 kids? Because this was back in 2012. So maybe he's on his 40th kid, because a lot can happen between what is that, 9 years. Let's see. Oh no, it looks like he got arrested. Wait, what happened to all his kids? He had 30. How come now it says he only has 21? What? Or did they grow out? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, he only has 24. Okay. Oh my god. Prolific parent. Oh, this is funny. Prolific parent. Ex-convict. I love how they work that. They named that. He's listed as a prolific parent. Oh jeez. Okay. So he's gotten arrested multiple times. And yeah. Read this. Public service warning. Ladies of Tennessee, if this man wants to buy you dinner, just say no. You'll end up paying for the meal anyway, as he's completely broke. Plus, you'll have to share him with 11 other women. Oh, man. I had to laugh at that. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I feel bad for these women because, yeah, kids are expensive, right? So if they had 4 kids with him each, because he said he ended up with 4 kids from 2 different women in 1 year, that woman has to be shouldering the cost for those 4 kids. 2 sets of women have 4 kids each at one time with them. And yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh, 1 kid is so expensive. 4 kids, oh, jeez. So this is one of those times it's like, dang, this guy. Anyway, so yeah, don't think that if you have a bunch of kids, it could, you're going to end up being like K-Fed or raking in $35,000 a month off that. Like, you might end up, the more kids you have, it doesn't mean that the other party is going to pay child support. They can stiff you. And I know a few women who are raising their kids all by themselves, no child support payment, or very, very, very little child support payment. And yeah, it's easier for a guy to just like not answer calls or not really give a shit about the kid, because they're going to be like, well, I don't want to take care of the kid. I just want to live my bachelor lifestyle. So they just dump the kid on the woman, and then the woman has to raise the kid all by herself. And it's tough, It's tough having to shoulder all that thing. So imagine having 4 kids. Yeah. Pool the money. Yeah, but now he's arrested, so they're definitely not getting any child support. If the person ends up in prison, yeah, they're not getting any child support from them if their bank account is empty. So, but thank goodness we do have things like social services here in the United States. We have WIC, we have food pantries, we have food stamps, we have a lot of resources for single moms. So that is a good thing, because if anybody is with a prolific father over here, what was that word? Prolific parent over here, you can't assume that there's a lot of finances to spread with the 24 or the 30 kids. Okay, let's watch this. Okay, I just gotta watch this. I shouldn't be laughing at this, but I have a good feeling I'm gonna laugh. I didn't know I was gonna have so many kids. Okay, let's see.
He said that it couldn't be done.
By the way, this is an
ETF.
ETF.
Managed to pack a record 1.1 trillion transistors into this chip.
Whoa, look at this. Now all on my side. 6 men who have 87 children. Holy shit. That's a lot of kids.
A man in Tennessee has 30 children.
Okay, let's fast forward this, because you know why. Let's do it at 2 times speed. Let's do 1.7.
with 11 different women, and he is 33 years old. Now, according to CNN affiliate WREG, he is now begging the state to help him pay his child support. I want to bring back in Sunny Haas, and she's on the case with us as always. And Sunny, I know. I know some of the moms are only getting a couple of dollars a month for child support in and of itself. Do you actually think the state is going to say, okay, buddy, you got 30 kids, we're going to help you?
I don't think so. I got to tell you, Brooke, you and I talk about a lot of things on this program, and I am rarely stumped and don't have much to say.
For you.
But it's a stump moment for me. I mean, I can talk to a wall, and I don't know what to say about this guy. I mean, the bottom line is, in Tennessee, when he's working his minimum wage job, he is supposed to give 50% of his paycheck to the 11 women that he fought.
50% of his minimum wage job. Dang, that's a lot of garnishing.
These children with, and they're supposed to divide it equally. The problem is some of the women are only getting $1.49 because he does work minimum wage. So just this week he appeared in court and he's asking the court to give him a break on those payments, on the $1.49 that he's giving to help support his children. I don't think that the judge is going to help him out, and I was reading recently that
Look at that smile. That's probably the smile. Look at that. He's probably a really good smooth talker.
and I was reading recently that one of the news reports said that perhaps he needs to now do the cost-benefit analysis of birth control, and I think that's a really good suggestion for this guy.
We shouldn't laugh. I mean, the man is 33. He's young. And then back in 2009, he only had 21 kids. Take a listen.
Do you intend to keep having children?
No,
You're done.
I'm done. How's I'm done?
What made you decide that?
I didn't intend to have this many. It just happened.
It
I didn't intend to have this many. It just happened.
just happened, he says. Is
They
this
all 30 kids or 24 kids all just piled out at one time. I shouldn't be laughing at this. I really shouldn't be laughing at this. So inappropriate.
a trend? Do we believe him that he'll...
I don't know. I really thought like he would have more kids. Maybe he got the snippety snip snip snip. Look at this. This guy could have. I should not say that. Yeah, the 11th baby mama gets the biggest. Yeah. So insensitive of me. I know. But it's okay. So, let's see here. You know what the thing is? Like, I do know, like, in certain families, they encourage, or certain cultures, they encourage having a lot of kids because they don't think all the kids are going to make it. Or they think that, hey, I got to make sure I have a lot of kids so that way I make sure that we have more workers on the farmland. So, for instance, right, in rural China, back before the one-child policy, they might say, like, hey, the more kids I have, the more kids that can be working in the fields. So, yeah, understandable over there. But, yeah, like now in this day and age, having 24, 34 kids. Whoa, wait a second. Man with 34 kids confesses his failings as a father. He had more kids? Whoa, what? Hold up a second. Is this the same guy? 2 years later.
Every condition is the perfect condition with the wool dash and mizzle. The planet's first sustainable water.
Read your confession. What I want to confess is that I've always.
No, it's a different guy. Okay. I was going to say, dang it, he does not have more kids. Yeah, so the other guy's name was Desmond Hatch, and this guy is, wow, 34 biological children with 17 different women. Well, I'll tell you this, his family line will not be exterminated anytime soon. Dang, 34 kids. Oh, that is, not just like the sheer amount, but imagine all those birthdays, all those like school plays, all those fundraising events for 34 kids. That's a lot of work. Oreo, what are you doing over there? Oreo. I have so many cat scratchers for the cats, and Oreo just decided to claw one of my kitchen mats. Yeah. He just decided to claw the kitchen mat, and now his claws are actually inside of the kitchen mat because, yeah, he just wanted to scratch it. Damn it, Oreo! Genghis Khan had over 1,000 kids? Really? Dang. Wow, 1 in 200 men are direct descendants of Genghis Khan. Wow. Look, children. I love how they say more. Okay, let's see his children. No, more. Come on, show me the more. Whoa. Okay, not that much. Dang, gang, wow. Super father kid, wow. He had a lot of kids. His eldest son is reported to have, dang, that's some strong ass genes. See, that is what happens when guys, spread their seed. They have, it's like their bloodline is not gonna die out anytime soon. It's not like Game of Thrones. You know, the Game of Thrones have like the Lannisters are. Oreo, can you please not scratch the rug? Oreo, move. You just damaged the mat. And you have so much scratching post, Oreo. You do not have to scratch. You don't have to destroy the kitchen mat. I know. I saw this guy. I see the marks inside of the mat, and he did it right next to me. I should have like pushed him away and be like, Oreo, no, don't do that. Don't start destroying furniture. Yeah, so this is proof, right? You guys can get so much cat scratching posts for a cat all over the place, and it's still not enough. Still not enough. I gotta clip your nails, actually, Oreo. I heard they're getting a little sharp. So you're gonna get your nails cut today? Got it, handsome? He's not gonna be happy. He's gonna be mad. Oh, when males don't get born, and entire lines of males can get terminated. Hey, you know what? Talking about the males thing, you ever heard about the Japan thing? Empress, Masako, they didn't have any no male heir. So she had one kid, I think 1 or 2 kids. And then, yeah, she was supposed to have a male heir, but unfortunately she didn't. And then as a result of that, they said that she had depression because of it. Because the line can only get only a male heir can inherit the throne, not a female, which is kind of ass backwards, but I think it's terribly, terribly outdated. So this woman, she's been suffering some adjustment problems, if I remember correctly. See? So the younger brother, thankfully, had a male heir, but I just kind of think, like, man, if the younger brother didn't have a male either, then maybe they could have changed their ways. See this? Dang it. Oreo, come here, handsome. Yeah. So I actually feel really, really bad for her. So she is, I think, adjustment disorder. I think that's what they call it. Let me check this. Yeah, adjustment disorder. So, yeah, see, it said she developed adjustment disorder, a condition marked by depression and other stress-induced symptoms after giving birth to the couple's only child, Princess Aiko, and facing pressure to have a son to continue Japan's male-only imperial succession. So that sucks. Like, and also the males are the ones who determine the gender. So it's not like she's at fault. Like, she didn't produce a female. Like, she would carry a kid to term, but in terms of gender, that's controlled by the male. So blame the emperor for not having a male heir. And yeah, sad, because it's like and maybe I'm looking into it, but like when I see her face, I think she looks terribly like stressed out. She doesn't look like do you see that? She doesn't look like she's really happy. Her face just looks very sad, and it's like she probably goes through so much pressure. Before, like, I remember, like, see? And she's actually very, very well educated, too. So she's not just a pretty face. But yeah, when I see her, it's like you see those eye bags and everything. I kind of think, like, she must be suffering so much, and I wish that, whatever it's causing it, I wish it could be relieved. I don't know what it is. I really don't. But she obviously has been going through a lot of stress, and it must be really hard to have a kid, and then everyone's like, how come your kid is not a male? Yeah, I truly feel bad for her. I hope she feels better soon, but she's been going through this kind of adjustment disorder for quite some long period of time. I if I remember correctly, and I might be remembering it wrong, she wasn't seen in public for close to a decade, too, because of her adjustment disorder. It's all about, I guess, saving face, right? And that's really, really bad, too. see this. Yeah, so she was educated at Harvard and Oxford. Here we go. So Masako developed a stress-related illness around 15 years ago, described officially by the Imperial Household Agency as adjustment disorder, causing her to withdraw from all official duties for over a decade. Yeah. But at least he seems supportive. Like the Emperor, he doesn't seem like he pushes her. He just really wants to wish her well. See, last year he would. Naruhito said last year that he would want his wife to gradually resume public activities, performing what she can do by one. Yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Amen. Goodness. See, this is why I like talk about what I want to talk about, and then afterwards I chat with you guys, because I know some people will be like, holy crap, it's like tangent galore over here. Tangent. So many tangents. I think a lot of, I don't know, I'm like, I can tell you for a fact, if I had lots of kids, I don't think I would be happier. I think I would feel overwhelmed at some point. Like, especially if the kids are like four at one time. Holy crap, that's a lot of kids to take care of. That's a lot of kids to potty train. That's a lot of kids to, wipe their butt and deal with the diaper situation. A lot of, yeah. I mean, like, kids are a blessing, but I think that they're really only a blessing after they hit, when you don't have to deal with like the nitty gritty stuff. Like if they're waking you up every couple hours because they're hungry, that kind of stuff. Like, oh gosh, I know. Oreo, you're my kid for now. Do you know that? Oreo, you wanna come over here? Oh well. Yeah, I don't think milk is required for adults. I think that, but I definitely think milk, or at least human milk, is important for developing kids, for sure. Breastfeeding, baby formula, that kind of stuff. But when you're an adult, I don't think you need milk. But it's tasty to have. Like I like the taste of ice cream. I like the taste of butter. I like the taste of cheese. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I actually cleaned up the deep fryer today. Between you and me, what happened is that I had the laundry detergent inside of the deep fryer, and then I picked it up. I was carrying it to the sink, and then the basket separated from the thing because I was lifting it by the handle rather than lifting it from the bottom, and then the laundry detergent went all over the ground. Yeah, it was a really messy thing. Like the laundry water. So then I just put it in the dishwasher. And yeah, I had to do a lot of cleaning. A lot of cleaning. Thankfully, it wasn't that much soapy water. But I just thought, I was thinking about taking a picture and put it on like my community post like, well, that sucks. Or something like that. But Oreo, do not scratch the kitchen mat, please. He's scratching underneath it. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to go make my french fries. And I will talk to you guys later. See ya.